I had no idea that I needed these things until I moved to Germany, and now I can't even imagine living without them. Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Cafes everywhere. Cafes are the greatest, and in Germany, at least in the cities, they are everywhere. Stand in front of the entrance to one cafe, look left, look right. There's a pretty good chance that you'll see at least one other cafe somewhere in the area. And yes, cafes are great for meeting up with friends, but as a freelancer, I also really appreciate having cafes as a place to have little meetings. I really don't know where I would have these meetings if it weren't for cafes. I guess I would do it at a restaurant, but I feel like the food kind of gets in the way of the meeting there, you know? Americans, please remind me, if you don't have an office, you work out of your house, where do you have those little meetings? At least where I lived in South Florida, there really weren't cafes just around every corner to do that at. Public transportation. I spent the first 22 years of my life without public transportation, and now I have no idea how I did it. I hate driving, hate it, zero enjoyment whatsoever. I much prefer living somewhere where I can either walk to where I'm going or take the bus, tram, or train. Glühwein. How did Christmas ever actually feel like Christmas without warm, delicious mulled wine? Glühwein literally means glow wine, and oh boy, does it ever. Here in Munich, I know that the Christmas season has arrived when I start to see those Glühwein stands popping up all around town. But for information on how to make your own Glühwein year-round, I made a video on that a couple years ago, and I will link to it down below. Pretzels for breakfast. Yummy, yummy. I don't know for sure about other parts of Germany, but at least in Munich, you can buy delicious frozen pretzels at the store to heat up in the oven and make your own fresh, warm, soft pretzels. Mr. German Man and I like to have this for breakfast on the weekend, and I just cannot imagine having weekend breakfast without pretzels anymore. I'm sorry, pancakes. Move over. It's time for pretzels to have a turn. But I know that in the US, you can find soft pretzels in the freezer section of stores too, at least from what I've seen. But from what my taste buds remember, they don't even come close to comparing to the German ones. Sorry. Cobblestone streets. Not only do I enjoy walking to actually get to where I'm going, but I also really love walking just for the sake of walking. It seems to center me. My mind has a tendency to run wild at times, and going for a long walk helps to both clear my mind and focus my thoughts. Some people like long walks on the beach. I like long walks on cobblestone streets. Here in Germany, cobblestone streets are pretty normal. You often see them just as normal streets that cars even drive along. But for me, they're still just as picturesque and just as calming as the first time that I ever laid eyes upon them. Durable tissues. This is a normal tissue here in Germany. Nice and durable. Unfortunately, I don't have an American tissue here to compare it to because I did buy tissues in the US, but the US tissues are so light and flimsy that I often have to use at least 2 American tissues so that I don't just blow right through them. So my American tissues are already long gone. Sure, the American tissue uses less paper, I guess, except that I need more than one tissue because they're so thin. The German tissues are the best I have ever come across. I had no idea that tissues could just be so soft and fluffy and yet so strong at the same time. What I'm trying to say is, Germany, I love your tissues. Mr. German Man. Okay, I know this one is pretty cheesy. Mr. German Man has no idea about this one. He's my cameraman standing behind the camera right now, so I'm a little curious to see what he's gonna say. But yeah, I'm just so grateful that he's part of my world. He's my husband and my partner in life, with the YouTube channel, with the blog, when it all first started as a blog. He's always there for me. So yeah, thank you. You are my favorite thing in Germany, Mr. German Man. Well, Mr. German Man and Vanilla Krapfen, of course, but mostly Mr. German Man. So, thank you. So my question for you is, what is something that you discovered in another country and now you can't live without? Or what do you love in Germany and you can't imagine moving somewhere and then not having it? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also a big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our Patreon page, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. You can buy delicious frozen pretzels. You can buy delicious frozen pretzels at the store to pop into the oven. You can buy delicious frozen pretzels at the store to pop into the oven and heat up in the oven, to pop into the oven and heat up in the oven. I know that the Christmas season has started to arrive. Has arrived, not has started to arrive. I know the Christmas season has arrived when I start. At least this video will have plenty of bloopers. I think that's it.